And Greg, first, the market getting hit this morning, what is this all about?
Well, thanks for having me, Charles. People walk into my office nervous all the time because of what's happening with the market. I call it, believe it or not, Charles, the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde approach that, you know, when you have good news, under normal times, you would have Dr. Jekyll appear and things would be good and the market would go up. But instead, when we get good news, as we had last Friday, which was the jobs report, all of a sudden the market turns down. So this is really confusing for the average person out there. So when we get bad news, it actually has the market will actually go up.
Right.
So go ahead.
But here's one thing I'm seeing though, and beneath the averages, I am seeing companies that make mistakes, that miss, get pummeled. I mean, not just go down, get pummeled. And they're big names like the Walmarts of the world. They crush these stocks when they miss on an individual basis. And there's a handful of names that seem to just get the green light, whether it's Amazon, Facebook, and those. So it feels like beneath the surface, the market acts the way it's supposed to act. Even you could say maybe overreacting. Buffalo Wild Wings down $30 on a number I thought was pretty good. So the individual, how do they deal with that?
It really is. It's really the twilight zone, because you're right. You've got the average person out there that you do have those stocks that they do individually get hit. And so you have holdings with people at portfolios, and they're watching those get hit. But the overall market, you know, when people live with their 401ks and so forth day to day, they tend not to actually pay attention to those individual holdings.
Right.
The average investor is using mutual funds, and so they don't see that. They just see the overall drop, which most mutual funds correspond with, you know, the S&P 500.
Sure.
And so that's where they really are. It's really a mess today. I mean, the news is a mixed bag as far as, you know, one day, like last Friday, for example, you had news that came out and said that the S&P 500 had the best 6 weeks, you know, 6 weeks run that's had in some time. And also in the same statement, literally, you have them telling you that the market, the performance of the earning performance this last quarter is the second negative back-to-back is what's being forecasted earnings quarter.
Yeah.
So, which hasn't happened
Very confusing,
since 2009.
And I think also it's one of the reasons why so many people pull money out of the market and why there's so much skepticism about this stock market rally. Greg, thank you very, very much, buddy. We'll come back to you again real soon to try to help us figure this all out. Maybe we need a psychiatrist to help us as well.